Hello everyone, hopefully you guys are having an amazing day again. We got extra news for today's video. Crypto bull as we know, XRP is very close to its explosive impulses. Fasten your seatbelts. We can see here, cycles don't lie. Is it possible, guys? We see this type of price action happening very soon as well. We could see $130. Lemonway as we are proud to announce our partnership with Ripple. Thanks to RippleNet, Lemonway is now able to provide instant and more transparent euro-to-euro payments for marketplaces. Look at this, guys, unlocking instant payouts for merchants on your marketplace. More partnerships, more news incoming. XRP Crypto Wolf US Comptroller of the currency Brian Brooks says the future of cryptocurrency will be decided by the people and the markets, but not the government. Let's check this out.
Markets will decide on regulations, not the government, Currency Comptroller Brian Brooks, acting comptroller of the currency, said the future of cryptocurrency regulations is in the hands of the people, and not the government. He told Cointelegraph's Alex Cohen at the LA Blockchain Summit that he believes that change tends to happen slowly. While the Internet 1.0 didn't seem revolutionary, look where we're at now. In the end, it's the market and consumers that will decide the fate of crypto regulation, not the government, said Brooks, formerly the chief legal officer at Coinbase. He explained that the role of the government is to set up a regulatory framework to prevent money laundering, fraud, and other criminal activities, not to build tech or issue a token. The government has no history to build products that innovate and offer people good choices. They don't issue traveler's checks, American Express does. They don't issue prepaid cards, Citibank does. So why do we think it'd be different in constructing a payments instrument? Instead, the government needs to focus on what it does best, establishing rules and conducting supervision. We're trying to build the framework. We're excited that there are tech companies coming out with tokens. Let's marry those two things up, he said. Brooks believes that decentralization is inevitable and uses the analogy of how post offices were the central authority for communication at one point in time, but internet peer-to-peer communications have made them almost obsolete. He imagines the same scenario will play out for the crypto industry. One day finance may look a lot like communication today, he said. The central authorities may not play as big of a role as they perform today. I don't advocate for that, but I also don't resist it. The point is that the trend lines are probably unstoppable at some level, and we just need to put a framework around that so that people don't get scammed in the future any more than they get scammed today. Brooks seems less concerned with the problem of money laundering in crypto than some officials, and he pointed out that much money laundering happens in the current banking system. If there are bad actors in crypto, we need to do what we can to stop those activities, just like how we do with the banks. Believing that there's a future state where we can eliminate criminal activity or risk completely is foolhardy.
In Northern Asuito, all stocks could become tokenized, says SEC Chairman Clayton. Jay Clinton, Chairman of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, appears to believe in blockchain technology's power and thinks that all stocks could become tokenized one day. Clayton says all stock trading is today electronic compared to 20 years ago. In the past, there were stock certificates, and today they are digital entries representing stocks. It may be very well the case that those all become tokenized by blockchain technology, guys. Cointelegraph has tweeted out, Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen said the SEC was trying to crush crypto and blockchain. Let's check this out.
Crushing regulations could drive Ripple out of U.S. Ripple is considering relocating to Europe or Asia amid growing frustration at the lack of regulatory clarity in the United States. Speaking to Fortune magazine's Jeff John Roberts at the October 6 LA Blockchain Summit, Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen said the United States was woefully behind in preparing for the cryptocurrency-based next generation of a global financial system. Coupled with U.S. authorities' policy on regulation through enforcement, and Ripple may consider leaving the country behind entirely. The message is blockchain and digital currencies are not welcome in the U.S., Larsen said. You want to be in this business, you probably should be going somewhere else. To be honest with you, we're even looking at relocating our headquarters to a much more friendly jurisdiction. Chris Larsen speaking at LA Blockchain Summit. Larsen stated the firm was considering moving to countries like the UK, Switzerland, Singapore, or Japan, because in the US, all things blockchain and digital currency start and end with regulatory bodies like the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. I don't think that the posture at the SEC today can possibly get worse for the crypto and blockchain industry. It's just crush it and push it away. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse explained further in a tweet. Responsible players like Ripple aren't looking to avoid rules, we just want to operate in a jurisdiction where the rules are clear, he said. Ripple faces a number of class action lawsuits alleging the firm sold its XRP token in an unregistered securities offering. The SEC has not released any official statement on the matter following its 2019 publication on a regulatory framework for digital assets. As a result, the crypto firm continues to be called to court partly over an apparent lack of regulatory clarity from the government agency. A federal judge recently denied a motion by Ripple to dismiss a lawsuit filed by investor Vladi Zakhanov in 2018 alleging the XRP token is a security under California law.
Again, the relocation news, what will take place, guys? Everything seems to be ramping up as well. Once again, from XRP Crypto Wolf, U.S. Congressmen propose a new crypto bill that would recognize the enforceability of smart contracts and digital signatures on the blockchain by law.
U.S. new bill would legally recognize digital signatures on a blockchain. Republican Congressman David Schweikert, ROZ, has referred a new bill to the House Committee on Energy and Commerce that, if passed, would recognize digital signatures on the blockchain as enforceable by law. This is particularly important for the enforceability of smart contracts, which automate transactions or other contractual obligations according to binding, pre-specified rules. Smart contract advocates have long used the adage code is law, and the new bill, if approved, could make this a statutory reality. According to public records, the bill was referred to the committee on October 2. A summary of the bill, H.R. 8524, outlines its aims as follows. To amend the Electronic Signatures in Global and National Commerce Act to clarify the applicability of such act to electronic records, electronic signatures, and smart contracts created, stored, or secured on or through a blockchain, to provide uniform national standards regarding the legal effect, validity, and enforceability of such records, signatures, and contracts, and for other purposes. Congressman Schweikart's co-sponsor on the bill is Congressman Darren Soto, DFL, who has a long track record of developing and helping to pass blockchain-related legislation. This includes, most recently, updating the Consumer Safety Technology Act to include the Digital Taxonomy Act and the Blockchain Innovation Act. On September 24, Congressman Schweikart had introduced the Digital Commodity Exchange Act of 2020. The legislation would create a single, opt-in national regulatory framework for digital commodity trading platforms under the jurisdiction of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Again, Congressman Soto is a co-sponsor, alongside Mike Conaway, RTX, Tom Emmer, RMN, Dusty Johnson, RSD, and Austin Scott, RGA. The Blockchain Caucus, of which both Schweikart and Soto are co-chairs, was created in 2018. It faces the uphill battle of proposing legislation that can deftly navigate the complex and overlapping jurisdictions of different federal regulators in the United States vis-à-vis new financial technologies. With this latest proposed bill on digital signatures, the congressmen are in tune with similar developments in other countries. The United Kingdom has been reviewing its legal frameworks to clarify the interaction of smart contracts with British courts since 2018.
A lot of more stuff is happening, guys. New bills are being announced here and there. A lot of more news as well. Again, October. There's so much happening these days. But who really knows what will happen at the end of the day. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like, subscribe if you guys are ready. Feel free to be a member of the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. And hey guys, see ya.
This is the beginning of the greatest economic cycle this country has had since World War II. And I knew the things that Donald would do. And he hasn't even got started. But this is the eye of the motherfucking storm, the perfect storm. It ain't never going to get any better. Never. This is perfect for the QLA model. If I could have written a prescription or a formula, I couldn't have written it any better. Low interest rates, money's free, you stupid. Massive chaos. And Donald's going to rip the mother economy apart. And he's going to for practice in a good way. This is it. It ain't never going to get anything better. This is like a multiple orgasm the rest of your life, you fucking slags that are in the audience. This is it.
Sometimes I don't want to hear what Dan has to tell me. But as I wrote in one of my blogs, the old man, he's always right. Because he's telling you what you don't want to hear about yourself, but what you know is true. And that is, you're not stepping yourself up. You're not stepping your game up. And you get caught up in fear. As Dan says, false expectations appearing real.